Sir, as BJP's overseas vice president, what will be your new role and what are your activities that you plan in United Kingdom in particular?
My name is Darshan Grewal. I'm a vice president. I'm with the overseas BJP from last over 25 years. And when we used to have a two-member parliament, Satalji and Advaniji, since that time I'm working with the party. And now we grew up so much and we grew up our respect also in the world, not only in the UK. In UK we have all state teams. Every state in India, we got a state team, and we have hundred thousands in state teams, but we have hundreds and hundreds youngsters. They're working from wholeheartedly for Modi ji and for BJP, and we working very closely with India. As Vijay Mehta ji with me, he's in charge of our whole Europe, and we take guidance from them, and we working very actively, and because we want. We've seen a big change since our party come in power, and our recognition of our passport, our personal respect. I was the mayor of Hounslow in London, and but with the mayor I got some respect, a lot of respect from the English community. But since Modi ji and our party came in power, we got a very big respect, and whichever people got respect, recognition, and that will give us a more encouragement to work hard. And same time, Mr. Mehta ji, Vijay Shithaiwala ji, they're working very closely with us and giving all the sports. And all sports we're getting from them, and guidance and information, especially time to time, what's happening, what we have to do, what is going on, what we have to do advance, they guide us. And we are quite happy with our party, what we are doing here.
One important question is that with the new Prime Minister of Indian origin in United Kingdom and Indian contributing significantly and among the best contributor in terms of GDP of the country, do you see that the response from for India and the goodwill for India, and we all remember when our Prime Minister last visited UK, the atmospherics was just amazing.
I was present there when our Prime Minister came there and the ministers, and our Prime Minister now, I'm talking about England, and he's very, very closely working with India, and he respects Hinduism, he respects whatever we're doing here, he feels inside he's Indian. But there's a time when those people rule us. Now we are running that country in the business. Our people are on the top, and in the government also we're running the government now, and we had a few difficulties with our laborers, voters and other things, but still a lot of Muslims, they start working with us. They understand which way Modi ji and our government working here. We are not working on which way they try to give us a name, they are Hindu party, they are this, but we are working as we recognize as good humans, Indians, good Indians, and we got a respect for that. And GDP and all that, because that's the reason our lot of students going there and a lot of business coming here. And I was last week in Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. I met Yogi ji also, and we discussing about the business, and we seen the improvement in our. Before that, we come to the conference, NRI conference, Indore, and we are so pleased to all the NRI to see that. I said on the media also, the member parliaments also said from UK, because cleanness, discipline, and improvement in India. India is the number one country now in the world. And I'm not saying as Indian, I'm saying that from I'm a British citizen. I'm a first citizen of the boroughs as a mayor, but I'm saying with proud to being an Indian and a British, I'm living there. But India is going to be number one. जैसे कि पहले कहते थे सोने की चिड़िया, India going to be becoming सोने की चिड़िया within next coming few years.
So you're a lawmaker in United Kingdom. Do you see that the concern for India and the concerns raised by India, recent being the BBC documentary, which has had a very bad impact on BBC as a whole, as an organization. It doesn't at all impact our Prime Minister in India, Narendra Modi. Do you think that those kind of slants could have been avoided in United Kingdom for the better relations, commerce, as well as socio-political?
I think they learned a lesson from that experience. What BBC done that nonsense, And I was there in the demonstration, being an Indian peaceful demonstration, to let them know. I was not only Indians, the English community also with us, to let the BBC know, okay, don't work with our neighbors and other bad agencies, though they try to give a bad name to Modi ji. And they also feel ashamed. I hope in future they won't do that sort of silly thing, and because they got a strong response from our overseas BJP and from their countrymen also, they got a strong response.
Free trade agreement between UK and India that has been lingering for certain reasons about the changes in the government and the changes in the leadership in United Kingdom. As lawmaker, do you think that that makes a proper sense for India and UK to have a free trade for the dual benefit for both the parties together? And at the same time, it is also important for strengthening the relationship between the two countries.
That's going to happen, and we are quite confident our relationship, which we are cemented with the help of our overseas BJP and our officer here, like Mehta ji, working we are together over there to convince them, and we can see now the time comes that India and UK are going to work shoulder to shoulder in business partner, and everything we're going to work with because they need us. I know we need them also, but they need us. And Modi ji make them realize that yes, we are a peace-loving country. We are working with you. You can progress, and we are not the same India anymore. We got more educated children and scientists and all doctors, and now the door is open for our people over there.
So it would be, Excellency, it would be a little awkward if India could have a free trade agreement with European Union and UK lags behind, which means that the UK will be the end loser.
That's already happened because the UK come out of the European Union, and I think that's the open market for everyone. And we can work with Europe, same time we can work there. I don't think that between now you will see with that war, we working with America also, same time with Russia, because our diplomacy and our diplomats are very intelligent, and we know how to work with our country knows how to work with them and work with both countries and Europe. I think they will be very happy to work with India. That's why we are becoming number one. That's why you can see the vision of Modi ji and our ministers. If we're going to be number one soon, and because everybody need us.
And also important because if we look in terms of revenue and in terms of GDP contribution by the diaspora, Indian diaspora is the biggest contributor to the to United Kingdom GDP, which means that there should have been a better understanding about the concerns and the issues raised by India and the Indian government and the Indian citizens residing in United Kingdom.
That's true. That's true because they understand that. The Indians, their GDP after this corona, 1.5 years, their GDP in bad situation. Where people are thinking UK will go in recession, but due to India, their contribution, they send so much because you haven't got a workforce there. A lot of people passed away. A lot of people left the country. When we go to Europe, they left UK. But now our student goes there. They open door for them. Since our Prime Minister came, Indian Prime Minister came there and we opened door, and with the explaining the English community, yes, without India we can't survive. That's why now England going to be stable with the help of India. Same time, this is a give and take. That's going to happen for the GDP for India also in the future. They have to work with India. India is a big country. We can produce everything. We can see now our roads, our this IT and everything. We have improved so much within no time. I'm saying within the last 60 years, the rule of since independence, the Congress rule, people are lost. Now in the village, people using a computer and cost cutting from everywhere, banking and everything. India is going to so smart way working, which way used to people talk about Japan and Europe, and one day people talking about England. Everything British made, Japan made. Now people in future, coming days, coming years, India made people looking for.